Hello, this is Billy Core from the Carolina Circle Mile Wiki. Today is Monday, March the 31st of 2014, and there is something very wrong with this video here. Okay, I've had enough of this. It's Kermit the Frog, people. I've been doing this stupid running gag for a year now. I'm tired of it. It's stupid Kermit the Frog. What do you want me to do next? Put the Swedish Chef on a VCR or Fozzie Bear on a DVD player? I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this. Hello, this is Billy Core from the Carolina Circle Mile Wiki. Today is Monday, March 31st of 2014, and there's something very wrong with this video right here. There's a carrot pin on this computer. What you are looking at is a recent acquisition I got about 2 weeks ago. This is a Dell Dimension 4600. This was given to me by the pastor at my church. He upgraded to a new computer, didn't need this anymore, so he gave it to me. The Dell Dimension 4600 is actually a very really nice computer from this particular era. This one was manufactured, I believe, in the summer of 2004, so it's a little under 10 years old. And I'll be right back. I gotta charge my camera. Alright, I'm back. This computer is very sought after, actually, believe it or not, for this era of Dell, because it is one of the more well-built Dells of the era. It uses really good capacitors. It has a really nice motherboard, has a lot of expandability, and it's just overall a really nice Windows XP era machine. Now, and I've been using this as my Windows XP era machine for the last couple of weeks. Now, you're probably wondering about my Dell Dimension 2350. Well, it's still alive and well. In fact, it got an all-new motherboard last week. No, actually about 2 weeks ago, I believe. And it's still very alive and very happy. I'm just using this one because it's got a little bit more power. Plus, if I use this more, I'll get more life out of the Dimension 2350 because it's one I want to show my children someday. Oh, I'm weird. And anyway, the specs of this is, well, we got a DVD-ROM drive up here on top, a CDRW drive here on the bottom, 3.5-inch floppy drive, 2 USB 2.0 ports, and a headphone jack. And I'm going to need 2 hands for this, so I can turn this computer around and show you the back of it. Okay, we are now on the back of the computer. It's standard fare for a Dell of this era. We got a serial port, parallel port, VGA out. It uses just standard Intel video of the day. Not very appealing, to be honest with you. Ps2 Mouse and Keyboard. This is a little cover that's covering the onboard audio. It's 5-to-1 audio, but it's covered up because it has a PCI sound card installed on it from the factory, so which we'll be seeing in a moment. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 USB 2.0 ports. Ethernet port, which for some reason actually does not work, so I'm having to use this PCI one, which does the job just fine. And this is a Creative Labs Sound Blaster 5-to-1 sound card, although I only use a standard 2-speaker set on it. Now, I've upgraded it to a, well, actually, before I explain that, I better open it up. Okay, here we are inside the machine. I forget what RAM this originally had, but I did some kind of upgrade to it, and it now has, I think, 1.6 gigabytes of RAM. I'd like to make it 2 gigs, but I need one more 512 in here. I got, 3 of them are 512, and the other one is 128, so, yeah. It originally had a Intel Pentium 4 2.8 gigahertz Prescott chip in it, but I upgraded it to a 3.2 hyper-threaded Prescott chip, which gives it a little bit better performance. Would like to put a Northwood in here instead, so the fan doesn't sound like a vacuum cleaner all the time. There's the sound card there, and the two optical drives, and it originally had a 40 gigabyte Seagate hard drive, which was really tiny. So I upgraded it to a 250 gigabyte Seagate drive. What makes this computer interesting is it's one of the first computers, at least by Dell standards, to include Sata Ports on the motherboard. It has two on here, and I'm actually using one of them, which is going to the hard drive right there. Now, it does need one more upgrade that we are actually going to make on camera if the powers that be will let us. The most popular video card I've noticed for these computers is, as you can see, it has a free AGP slot there, is the NVIDIA GeForce FX 5200, which I was actually able to purchase last week, and it arrived a few moments ago in the mail in a very nice looking 2002 to 2005 2002 to 2006 era Honda CR-V, which I'd love to own one someday. Okay, we got the envelope open. Actually, my good friend Jay Wakefield, Video Sans Frontiers here on YouTube, also recently obtained one of these Dell Dimension 4600s, although his is about a year older. I think his is from like March of 2003, which I thought was kind of odd. But this one, I actually can confirm the date this particular one was manufactured. It was August 2nd of 2004. So, anyway, here's the video card and a little anti-static bag. This came from New Mexico, actually. So it had a good cross-country travel. Ordered it, I think, last Thursday or last Friday, so it didn't take too long. Not sure what that little sticky note is, but it's not easy to do with one hand now. And this is a 128 megabyte of RAM model. I could have gotten a 256 meg for about the same price, but I noticed there was some corrosion on the front of it, and I didn't want to risk it. And here's the video card, which we will oh, there's a screwdriver right here. We'll remove this top blinking plate with one hand. I'm taking my life into my own hands here, folks. Okay, hold on, let me put the camera down. I don't feel like getting my tripod. Okay, getting a nice shot of the bottom of my sound card, I think. Alright, there we go. We're getting it started. I might be able to do the rest. Okay, there we go. Remove the blanking plate. Alright, now we will add the video card. First, we'll take the sticky note off. And we'll just pop it into said AGP slot, avoiding these audio cables. Here, actually, I think I'll unplug this just temporarily so I can wedge this in here. I believe some models actually came with one of these FX 5200 cards pre-installed, but obviously this one did not. Okay. Oh, this would be easier if I had an extra hand. Okay, we will give this a good try here. Okay, I better pause the video here. I'm sorry guys, but I gotta pause this. Hold on. Well, I was able to get it in there. Took a little bit of begging, but it got in there. And you can see the back of it right there. It has a DVI out on it, but I'll be using the VGA on it. Also has an S-video out, which may come in handy at some point. We'll put the side panel back on here. Without it getting caught on the SATA cable. Again, I shouldn't be doing this with one hand. Be right back again, folks. Okay, welcome to the current home of the Dell Dimension 4600. I got it all hooked back up. Along with the computer, I even got the 15-inch LCD Dell monitor, which is really nice to have. It's a good picture. Tops out at 1024 by 768. Got a nice little Microsoft mouse here. A Packard Bell keyboard. What else? And just because I had one to hook up to it, a webcam. And speakers, as you can see here. Now let's see if this video card is a success. Alright, that's a good sign. We're getting a video output. There's the BIOS. Got a 3.2 gigahertz Pentium 4. Had to replace the CMOS battery in it when I got it, but it's functional now. Okay, it's hyper-threaded enabled CPU, and which is not original to this computer. Let's see, system event log. Whoop. Interesting. But a lot of that's probably been cleared out since I cleared the CMOS when I replaced the battery in it. But yeah, I think what we'll have to do now is boot into Windows and install the new driver for the video card. Now another reason I'm making this video is to show off what do you do with a computer this era that's best for Windows XP, but with Windows XP going out within the next week or so, out of support that is, what's one supposed to do? Well, Microsoft has a very unknown version of Windows that if you do a little bit of digging, you can get a copy of. It's a little operating system known as Windows Embedded POS Ready 2009, which is running on this system right now. It's a much more lightweight version of Windows XP, that is, designed for POS systems, POS meaning point of sales, which you mostly find on like cash register systems. And it's and the best part is, unlike Windows XP, which is ending support this week, POS Ready 2009 is not going to end support until the year 2019, so it's still got another 5 years to go. So, as you can see, I have it running on here. It's looks a lot different when you first install it, of course, but must have hooked the mouse up in the wrong USB port. But I might do a more in-depth video on POS Ready 2009 at some point. But all it is pretty much a lightweight version of XP. Mouse is working now. That will be supported for another 5 years. So let me find my USB drive where I put the driver on. I don't know where I put that little bugger. Oh, there it is. So we can get a little bit better video quality here. Alright, Dimension 4600, okay, GeForce. I accept. And pretty much anything that runs on Windows XP will run on POS 2009, including Microsoft. What? Okay, so apparently what happened was I had to go back into the BIOS and change the display settings from auto to AGP only because it wasn't detecting Windows at least wasn't detecting the new video card, and it was showing an AGP IRQ conflict, which, anything involving an IRQ conflict I cannot stand. So it installed some kind of driver straight from Microsoft, but I'm going to go ahead and install the NVIDIA drivers just because they're probably a little bit more better and a little bit more feature packed. Okay, we will reboot. This computer takes a little while to start up and definitely takes a little while to shut down, but once it's started up it's pretty zippy. So since it's shutting down it might take a while. I don't know why it takes so long. So I guess, oh well, that was quicker. Maybe the new video card gave a little bit more kick in it. And I'm sure adding the external video card to it freed up a little bit of the memory I have installed. It's not having to use it for the onboard graphics. Okay, I can tell by the cursor we're getting the full resolution. Oh yeah. Looks like we're going to be okay. There aren't really any games from this era I like to play, mainly because since about the early 2000s I lost interest in computer gaming, although there is one game I am going to install now that I got a good graphics card on here. And that game happens to be SimCity 4 Deluxe, which is a blessing and a curse because, well, it's a blessing because I love the game, but it's a curse because I love the game so much that I get attached to it and lose all track of time. A lot of people have said that SimCity 4 is the worst version of the SimCity series, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, we'll go into System Properties. I got Microsoft Plus for XP installed. Let's see, it's running Embedded POS Ready 2009, Service Pack 3, go into Device Manager. It's been saying there's a PCI input device that it cannot detect, but I don't know what it is. It's been saying that ever since I got the computer. Yep, NVIDIA GeForce FX 5200, it's all accounted for. I'm using a Netgear GA311 gigabit adapter. It's a hyper-threaded Intel. And Creative Sound Blaster Live. For a little bit more info, let's go into Specky. I can hear that fan kicking up. That's what you get when you use a Prescott Pentium 4. Yeah, this operating system is so much like Windows XP, it thinks it's Windows XP. It thinks it has 2 gigs of RAM in it, but not quite. And it's detecting a 128 megabyte NVIDIA GeForce FX 5200, a 232 gigabyte Seagate SATA drive, OS info, nothing to see there. Okay, CPU, it's hyper-threaded Pentium 4 Prescott socket 478, 3.2 gigahertz. There's the RAM. Motherboard. I updated it to the most recent BIOS for this computer, which is BIOS A12. And the new graphics. Let's see what all has to be said about it. From what I've heard, these are really, really nice video cards. Optical drives, nothing fancy. Audio, peripherals, network. You are connected to the internet. Oh, thank goodness. And I got some programs installed on here. I've got Adobe Flash Media Live Encoder in case I want to do a Rockin' Wave show or something from here. Avast Antivirus, CCleaner, CPU ID, Wallpaper Changer software, FileZilla, the Plus games, including my favorite Hyperbowl, Google Chrome, ImageBurn, iTunes, Java, Malwarebytes, Minicam, Office 2003, which is also going out of support, but I do not care. Silverlight, QuickTime, Skype, Specky, which we just saw, TeamViewer, VLC Media Player, Virtual DJ, WinImage, WinRAR, and Adobe Reader. The cool thing about POS Ready 2009 is it comes pre-installed with Windows Media Player version 11, which is really, really nice. Anything else to see? Just some boring stuff, I guess. NVIDIA control panel, we'll see what we can do in here. Well, yeah, it's got 3D, so technically this computer can run a version of Windows, kind of like, Windows Vista or Windows 7, but I ain't doing that, folks. I'm not that crazy. Especially if it's Windows Vista.
Oh, those people look so happy.
Let's see here. Digital Vibrance. Whoa. That does give it a little bit more pizzazz to it, I believe. Sharpen the image a little bit. I can set up multiple displays, but I really don't have a need to do that. And the television settings for the S-Video. But yeah, it's running real nice now with the new video card. I should probably go back in there and adjust the sharpness. It's a little too sharp, I think, now. Let's see. That's a little better. Display optimization wizard. I guess I can do that. I'll be right back. Well, it is now 9:15, well, almost 9:15 in the evening, and if you're wondering why I've been gone for so long, well, just as I feared, I started playing SimCity 4, and I got incredibly and dangerously addicted to it, and it feels like my eyes are gonna fall out, but, this video is about to take a very sudden turn in a completely different direction. And this is very unexpected to me as well. This whole setup you see right here, in a few days it's actually going to be going away. But for a good reason, folks. My dad loaned me some money to buy one of my dream computers. I'm so excited right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I am getting a Gateway 2000 P575 75 megahertz Pentium computer. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at that beauty. I've been wanting one of these since I was a kid. This is gonna be awesome. Was manufactured November the 14th of 1995. This was about $100 or so. Very cheap compared to some other Gateway 2000s that you typically see on eBay, and it even comes with a Sound Blaster All 32 card, which I was going to put in one of these anyway, so oh, this is just perfect in every way possible. And yes, it says it works, so oh gosh, I'm excited. The only thing is, though, I wish I had a matching monitor to go with it, and I do have an AnyKey keyboard to go with it, but unfortunately I stepped on it not too long ago and lost a few of the keys. So yeah, this has now gone from a Dell Dimension 4600 video to I'm getting a Gateway 2000 video. Oh yes! So I guess I should go ahead and end this video now because I am way too excited to do any more tonight. This is Billy Core signing off on March 31st of 2014. The next video perhaps might be about the Gateway 2000, so we'll just see what happens, folks. We'll see what happens.